Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new the season finale of the Pastrami Nation podcast. I'm Kevin, and joining me today, Jason. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Nice to see you. Nice
Good to
to
see you.
see everyone here too. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for checking out the show. We really appreciate you all. Like I said, this is the season finale. We'll be back during at the end of summer sometime. But on today's show, we're going to be talking about the new live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. And then Jason just informed me before we started that he has finally seen Sinners. So we will talk a little bit about Sinners and all that fun jazz. But before we get to any of that, just some house cleaning. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for checking out the show. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. That really helps us out. Wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening to this, that kind of stuff really helps us out immensely. Just down the road. So, and also check out pastramination.com. We have a lot of cool stuff on there. We're also on TikTok and all kinds of places. Go check those out. Yeah, I hope you guys like what you guys see there. So Jason, before we jump into it, we have a movie that will be celebrating its 50th anniversary this week. Are you aware of any movie celebrating its 50th anniversary? Exactly, June 20th. Came out June 20th, 1975.
Ooh, if
Summer movie.
it's Jaws, isn't it?
It is Jaws. Oh,
Yes.
hold up. I just got it. We got someone in the room here. Christian,
Yes.
what's
Hey,
going on, man?
It's
How you doing?
Jaws.
It is Jaws. It is
That's
very much
Jocelyn.
Jaws. Everyone is Christian. Say hi.
Hello,
Christian,
everybody.
thanks for joining us.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
No, you're good, man.
Don't
You're
worry, it's
good.
good to have you.
Yeah, it's always good to have you. I mean, come on,
Always.
you're part of the trio here. But yes, Jaws is going to be celebrating its 50th anniversary this on the 20th, which is what Thursday, Friday. It's coming up really soon. I know a lot of theaters are doing special releases for it for its 50th anniversary. So happy birthday to Jaws, celebrating 50 years of making people terrified to go into the water. Isn't it crazy to think like a lot of these movies that we just grew just like Jaws has been around our whole lives, right? Like for all of us here, like it's one of those movies that we've always known about. Yeah, celebrating its 50th birthday this year. Exciting stuff. I love Jaws so much. It's a great movie. I also got the Jaws Lego set, which I'll be posting a review on for its 50th anniversary coming up here on pastramination.com. Probably do a video review too. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah. So let's talk about so I know a lot of y'all out there have seen, I mean, How to Train Your Dragon. It has made a lot of money at the box office so far. It's done really well, and it's kind of set a new standard for live action remakes. I think it's really good. Does a lot of great things. Does a lot of cool stuff. But before we jump into it, I just kind of want to point out just real quick a couple of the negatives of it before we jump into the positives, because there's a lot more positives than negatives. The negatives, I only have two main things that I want to say that really kind of work against the movie's favor. The first thing being that it does nothing truly to justify its existence. That's not to say that it's bad. It's just to say that it kind of took a perfect film, turned it in, give it the live action treatment, and it's good. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun, but it still doesn't really need to exist. I think the world would be totally fine if it never existed, but we have it. So that's kind of my main negative about it. The other negative I have is that after watching this movie, I really want my own dragon. I know I will never have one. I just want a pet Toothless so bad, and it really depresses me that it will never come to fruition in real life. That's my biggest negative from the movie as well.
Never say never.
Never say never. Who knows what these scientists have up their sleeves? We'll see. Who knows in the future? But overall, like I kind of said earlier, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. As far as live action remakes go, I think it's easily the best live action remake put out by any studio so far. Obviously, when I say other studio, I'm talking about mouse house of mouse over there, who keeps on putting these live action remakes out. Most of them are kind of cold, they're heartless, they don't really have the heart and soul of what made the original animated versions great. This one, actually, I was listening to an interview recently with Dean Dubois, who is the director of this. He also directed the animated one, and he admitted that he's like, look, like I didn't want, the reason why I came on is because I didn't want this just to be another soulless remake. Like he's like, we get those all the time. I didn't want that. I wanted this to be something special. He's like, I didn't want to be seen as a hack who just kind of let his work kind of go to waste. So he's like, I had to do this movie because I wanted to infuse the heart and soul and what the core of the movie is about into the film. And I'd say about 98% succeeds at that mission. I think there's stuff that really, really works, in both the live action and the animated. The heart is there, the soul is there. And I think the main thing that makes this movie work, and Christian, me and you have talked about this a little bit, but the main thing that makes this movie work is that they allow Toothless to be emotive. They allow Toothless to be an quote unquote animated live action dragon, if that makes sense. Like he's not, they could have easily turned him into just a giant lizard and been like, this is what it would look like in realistically, right? Have no detail in his eyes or anything like that, not able to emote, much like Jon Favreau did with The Lion King. And I think they dodged a bullet by not doing that with this one. They really made Toothless feel like a real living creature.
Can you imagine the outrage if they had redesigned Toothless? My
You'd
God,
give kids nightmares if they did. I think
100%, man. I think it wouldn't have worked either.
It would have changed the entire
story.
thing.
Yeah, it would have changed the whole trajectory of the film itself. And these dragons in this movie, besides, sorry for spoilers, but if you all haven't seen the original animated How to Train Your Dragon, I recommend you remedy that really, really fast.
Yeah.
But there's only one like super like terrifying dragon in this movie, and that's kind of the one on the island, right? The one that's kind of controlling them all.
The big guy,
yeah. Otherwise, they're all just kind of goofy, silly, like they're a little scary when you don't really know what they're doing or whatever. But once you kind of get to know them, their personalities and stuff, they're just really kind of cute, goofy kind of characters. And if you turn them into kind of just giant lizards, it wouldn't come across that way. It just wouldn't work. So I'm glad they kept that aspect of it. The cast is fantastic. Mason Thames as Hiccup and Nico Parker as Astrid. Phenomenal casting, both of them incredible. I think Mason Thames, did I say Mason Thames? Yeah, he's great in this movie. He's Hiccup. Like I was kind of afraid that how are you going to have Jay Baruchel has such a unique and distinctive voice and characteristics. I was really worried how they were going to replicate that in live action. But of course, Mason, he kind of gives his own version, his own interpretation of the character, and it works. He's totally Hiccup. Within the first 5 minutes of seeing him on screen, you're completely sold on him as Hiccup. Gerard Butler's returns as Hiccup's dad from live act or from the animated version, and I think this is probably the most down to earth kind of he's kind of got that macho, he's the leader of the tribe. He wants his son to do this and that, but he has these really sweet emotional moments towards the end, especially when he realizes that Hiccup was right the whole time and these dragons can actually be friends and not foes. So I think it's kind of the most kind of probably the sweetest Gerard Butler performance I've ever seen. Like he's just not that, big, manly, tough, burly guy.
Not 300 Gerard Butler.
Yeah, no, he's the furthest thing from that. Well, at first he is. At first he's kind of that tough and gruff dad character, but then he kind of softens up later on. So I think Gerard Butler's he's done some other things, right? He's done rom-coms, I'm sure.
Yeah, I did P.S. I Love You and
okay, yeah. So he's shown that kind of little bit sweeter side a little bit. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I see Gerard Butler, I just want him, blowing up stuff or kicking some ass or doing something, right? So but it was kind of nice to see him in kind of the zone, and I think he's great. I think he's a lot of fun in this movie. Overall, the movie. The movie just works. It's easily the best live action remake we've gotten from any studio. It's got heart, it's got soul, and the filmmakers infuse it with this. It is a shot for shot remake, but even though I knew exactly what was going to happen, it still felt new and fresh because of the medium that it's in. So it wasn't completely just kind of like it didn't feel like a retread. Like it felt like something new, but also very familiar. So I really, really appreciated that as well. I think it's going to get buried really soon, especially with everything else kind of stacking up this summer. I know this weekend alone, we got things like Ilio is coming out, which I haven't really heard a whole lot about Ilio, so I don't know how excited people are about that. But we also got Mithrigan 2.0, Megan 2.0 hitting theaters this weekend as well. And then the weekend after you have F1, and then into July it's all over with Superman, Fantastic Four, everything. So
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World,
yes.
Mind you, Jurassic World. And again, oh man, are you guys like, okay, Jason, I know you love dinosaurs and I know you love this franchise, but like, are you legitimately excited to see this? Or is it like, I mean, I haven't heard anybody be like, oh my gosh, like this is going to be the movie of the summer. I just feel like all the marketing I've seen and everything, like nothing has really gotten me. I'm going to go see it because it is part of the franchise, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, like it looks fine. I don't know. What do you guys think? What page are you?
I see that mutant dinosaur, that big, I forget what it is, the Distoris Rex or something. The more trailers I see that, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That in that T-Rex river chase scene, that's what I'm.
Yeah, because that was from the original book, and I think that's going to be cool. What about you, Christian?
I haven't seen a Jurassic World movie since the first Chris Pratt one. I've seen the other ones eventually, but in theaters. I haven't seen one since. But I am planning on going to see this mainly because of like the whole regime change and how we've got like a new cast.
Yeah,
and I love Scarlett. So,
Scarlett, yeah.
I'm hoping this might be.
I'm hoping it's good.
A new phase for the franchise. So
was it Gareth Evans, right? Is directing
Gareth
it?
Edwards.
Gareth Edwards Evans.
Yeah.
I think I did that last time too. I don't know why. Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
I remember he also did The Creator. Like I know he did Rogue One, but like I know he did The Creator, which I really loved as well. I thought that The Creator was fantastic.
Right. That obviously I love Rogue One and everything that he's doing there, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to make it out to see this. Yeah. I'm pretty excited for this summer. I think this is gonna be good. Theaters need it. Like there's a lot of excitement and buzz for big movies coming out.
There is a particular big movie coming out that actually we could kind of talk about that in one second, but just let me wrap up the How to Train Your Dragon. Definitely go check it out. Especially if you like the animated one, you're going to like this. And you're going to see that there is potential for them to do really great live action remakes if they really get great creatives and get people who actually care about the IP to do it. I'm not saying the other people don't, but this one just feels lived in. It feels like it's filled with heart and soul, and I teared up a few times. So I mean, even though I knew exactly what was going to happen, it still hit me hard. So definitely go check that out. So I do want to talk about real quick, which is, listen, this is kind of expected. We knew this was going to happen, but the Snyder Bros are at it again. The Snyder Bros are trying to sabotage James Gunn's Superman. They're already putting kind of like a call to action out to like post spoilers online as soon as you see it.
Losers. I'm sorry, you guys are losers.
100% agree.
Get a life.
100% agree.
Jesus.
Yeah, even James Gunn has responded, and he's like, "It doesn't. We're going to do fine. I think we'll do fine."
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're all a bunch of. I mean, they are losers. Like,
I'm trying so hard not to cuss right now. You losers.
Hey, we're all adults here.
No, jeez,
like, have you nothing better to do? You're holding on. Like, what more do you need? Why, dude? Netflix canceled his horrible series, and you still holding on. That this guy's he's a visionary director. I think the stuff that he does is visually incredible. I think that's amazing. But to hold on and like give him all of this credit as if he like created Superman, or like I've talked to so many people, like this is the scary thing and the sad thing is like what he did has replaced what people understand of Superman, and like now
Right.
they don't understand what Superman's supposed to be, or like any of these characters, to be honest. Like, you know, he made Batman an idiot. He made like Superman like this, I don't know, stone faced, like he has no emotion anymore. I don't know what that's all about. So when people see Clark cracking jokes, they're like, "What is this? Why is there so much color? Why do I feel hopeful watching this trailer? Get a life. Get a life.
Speaking of
Read a
hope,
book." Sorry,
I agree.
rant over. Jeez.
I agree 100%.
Sorry.
These guys need to get a life. No, absolutely. That was exactly what I came here to say. Um, these guys are losers. Yeah, these people are losers, and I don't understand this idea of wanting things to fail. Like I just don't. I'll never understand it. Like people really rooting for certain things to crash and burn.
That's petty, I think.
It's petty. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. It's like you all need to grow up. You all need to get a life and just deal with it. Like you had your stuff, like you still have that stuff. Like it's
Yeah, you
still
can always
there.
go back.
Like, go watch, the Snyder Cut. Like that's totally cool. I enjoyed the Snyder Cut. Not gonna lie, I thought it was fine. Like Man of Steel. I honestly love Wonder Woman. Like I think the first Wonder Woman's fantastic.
As much as I hate the Snyderverse, I wasn't rooting against it. Every time those movies came out, I was hoping that they were going to be great. I
100%.
always want a movie to be great. Why am I going to watch a movie if I'm not going to, like, I want all of this. There's no Marvel versus DC for me. I want it all to be great. I want all comic book movies to be great.
Yes.
There's no, if the DCU pops off and it becomes more successful than the MCU, then freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I would love that more
Same.
than anything. And I would have been happy if that was a Snyderverse. Unfortunately, those just weren't good. Sorry. No. So
it's true. Did you either of you guys see it's just some of the highlights from his Rolling Stone interview James Gunn did? So James Gunn did a Rolling Stone interview, and he was talking about, actually I think one of the most interesting things, which we kind of knew, like we kind of heard kind of rumblings that, I mean, he's worked for Marvel and he's worked for DC, and they brought up the idea, has there ever been talk about a crossover, specifically like a Marvel DC thing? And he's like, yeah, he's like, honestly, at this point that can easily happen. He's like, but the thing is, like, he said that basically, like, the audiences just want good superhero movies right now. You can't force something like that. Like if that comes up, and like he's like, I can't just put Spider-Man and in a Superman movie and like just for the heck of it. He's like, that will just completely destroy the fan base. Like you have to have a reason for it. You have to have a reason for these characters to exist together. And he's like, right now, it's just not in the cards. He's like, we've talked about it. It is something that you were interested in doing. And if there's a good idea that comes up, we might look into it and make it happen. But he's like, right now, we just need to tell good stories. And I'm completely like, yeah, like that's totally cool.
Yeah. I don't want to see it. Honestly, I think it's such like again, it's too gimmicky. Like it wasn't cool in the comics. When have they ever? There's no good reason. It becomes this like Mortal Kombat thing.
I am kind of excited.
The old Marvel versus DC.
I am kind of excited for the Deadpool and Batman crossover that they're doing.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's fun. I don't mind when it's like too like obviously like the Batman Ninja Turtle thing. I think is still one of the greatest like things.
That
ever happened. But like when they try to mash up a whole universe, it's just come on.
No, and you would have to do. I think if he did do some sort of crossover like that, it couldn't be like. I mean, of course, you'd want it to be maybe a big scale, like Avengers versus Justice League type thing. But I think realistically, you'd have to do like a character and like a Batman Deadpool thing, right? Like you'd have to do just like two characters coming together for some reason, whatever the case may be. And it's funny though, because I feel like Deadpool would be the only character that would make sense, like to like come into like the DC universe. I think that would be a lot of fun. I mean,
he takes jabs at him in his movies.
And there was a semi crossover in which it was an animated one, but they did it in Teen Titans Go, the movie. They had a Stan Lee cameo, and Stan Lee popped up, and it's actually it's Stan Lee, and they're like, wait, you don't belong here, and he's like, it's my cameo. Like it was actually really funny. That movie's
That's great.
great. If y'all haven't seen Teen Titans, go to the movies. It's freaking amazing. But yeah,
Can we take a second and talk about Predator Killer of Killers? Holy crap!
I haven't
Have you
seen it,
guys
but
seen it?
yes,
Have you guys seen it?
no, I have
No,
not
not
seen
yet.
it yet.
Dude,
I've heard
okay.
it's good.
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes because it's awesome. I Predator has always been. I think there are a couple of franchises for me that kind of fall into this category for me, where like there's like one solid movie and just a slew of like really bad sequels, or
Yeah,
at
it's
least like
Predator.
sequels that don't like live up to the hype of the original. I would put kind of Terminator into that thing too. I think it reached its peak at Terminator 2 and
Yeah.
has just been struggling to find its footing or like to match that. Predator has been the same thing, and then a couple of years ago, we just lost Kevin. Hopefully, he'll be back.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I just need to do something real quick. Fix something.
Yeah, no worries. And then a couple of years ago, we got Prey, which was, in my opinion, incredible. Kind of a shame that wasn't a wide release or like a
Just real
theatrical
quick,
release. Yes.
I haven't seen Prey yet. Did I tell you my dumb reason why I haven't seen Prey yet?
Why?
Why I refuse to watch Prey?
Wow.
Because so we're not. We have Hulu. It's going to sound so stupid, but we have Hulu with ads. I refuse to watch a brand new movie that I have not seen yet with ads.
Oh,
boy.
it's so good.
So
It's so good.
I think it bothers me to no end. And I'm like, that's the stupidest reason I know, but I have to wait till I have unrestricted access to it to where I can
Yeah.
watch it from beginning to end. Ads just throw me off, especially in a movie like that. I want to
Is
be
your,
invested and be there.
Disney Plus infused with Hulu now, so
It
you
is.
can like. So
But
I
it's-
noticed when I watch stuff through Disney Plus, there's no ads. Sometimes there's just an ad just at the beginning, and then it just
Oh, okay.
like when I watch King of the Hill on Disney Plus, there's no ads.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay.
So it
Okay.
might be
I'm gonna check
worth
that out.
checking out on
gonna see.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good
so
enough.
Prey was fantastic. I think that was, if anything, almost a return to form, just as good as the first Predator, in my opinion. Naru is, I think, such an awesome character. I think it was really cool to make it a period piece and kind of go back into history. But Killer of Killers, it's animated movie. It's
Yeah.
a $1.90 or $1.30. It's like a 90-minute animated film. Fantastic. I think it's sitting at like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes right
nice.
now. I think one of the best things that it does is it expands the universe in a beautiful way, because this also recontextualizes all of the previous Predator movies when you're like, wait a minute, hold
that's
up
cool.
now,
Oh,
because
nice.
now like even all the way back to the first one. So now it's just like, holy crap, like the possibility of what they can do with this franchise is brilliant. I can't think of the guy's name, the guy who like remade Prey, but he's the same person who was behind this, also doing Predator
Was it
Badlands.
the
So
Dan Trachtenberg, I think?
Dan Trachtenberg, thank you.
Yeah.
Dude, Dan, shout out. You are a saint. Like you've completely like taken this franchise and brought it back to like where it's just really, really exciting now. So the animation is fantastic. For those of you that don't know, it's like 3 small, like short basically stories where they go back into different times. They go back to like Vikings, they go back to like feudal Japan, and then World War II. And
nice.
those 3 different times different predators come to like hunt humans, and then it all kind of comes together on the final part of it. So it's just absolutely gorgeous. Like each segment has like its own theme and like its own story, but like the Japan one is absolutely gorgeous because it's basically like there's no dialogue. It's almost just a completely visual movie. There's maybe a tiny bit of dialogue at the very end, but it's like gorgeous. Each one of those stories like just hit, and then the way they all come together is just beautifully done. You got to stay for after the credits because that's where it's just like, what?
Yes.
And then it's awesome. Do you need to watch Prey to see this? Not necessarily, but that you'll
watch
thank
Prey.
yourself out. You should watch Prey. It's worth watching anyway.
I do.
I wouldn't say Prey is like. It's a good movie. It's not like God's gift to man, but it's still like for the Predator franchise. It's like okay, especially after like what we've been through. I want the Predator movies, like we were just talking about, always to be good. But like, man, I've got it. That Shane Black movie That one, Predator, the last one that came out with like
Oh
Keegan
yeah,
Michael Key and that one was bad.
That wasn't Predators, was it? Or
I think it
no, I
was.
think that was the one. Robert Rodriguez's Predators, and then his, or maybe it was the Predator. I don't know. Whatever. That was really hokey. They introduced like a new Predator. There's this whole thing, but it's just like the humans in that were just obnoxious. It sucks too because it has some of my favorite like actors. That Lloyd guy from like Logan. He was also in the Sandman. That guy's incredible. That guy should be in more stuff. A shame that they kind of wasted him in that movie. He was good in it, but anyway, Killer of Killers, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's beautiful. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times now.
Nice.
I can kind of just like, it's because I just want to catch stuff again when I watch it. The animation is beautiful. They do kind of that animating on the twos thing that Across the Spider-Verse does. It's a little drawing at first, and then you get used to it, and then you don't. Your brain will adjust to it. So
I definitely want to check that out.
Cool. I also started watching Dawn to Dawn.
Dawn to Dawn is weird, man. I have a very weird relationship with Dawn to Dawn.
We watched maybe like 3 or 4 episodes last night. It's really funny. It's so weird, but the animation is gorgeous. Like it's beautiful. Like I was particularly taken by the hands, like the way that they animate hands. It's gorgeous. I think it's really funny.
It's a really fun show. It is weird. Fun. It's funny, but it's next level. Like it's just like it. Like the first episode is just like I'm watching it, and just being a dad, I'm like I feel very uncomfortable watching it right now.
It just reaches a point, and there's especially the stuff with her and the aliens. At the end of that. But it just like there's not to spoil it, but when he run into like Turbo Granny and she's like, I want to gobble your weenie. I'm like, what?
I turned to Eli. I was like, wait, how old are these kids again?
I know.
I'm like, this is very uncomfortable. And I'm not a prude either, but
off the wall weird. And then I also watched you recommended it on Sunday, and we ended up just we put it on last night because my friend was like, Sis, I love SZA.
Oh, one of them days.
One of them days. I really liked it. It was exactly what you said. Funny. It was so kooky and almost cartoonish in the first half. And then,
it changed that tone, right? Like I really I did like the whole thing, but I really love the last like half. Like it just had that tonal change just worked, and I felt like that was kind of the movie that they were making. It was very sweet and kind of had these really cool, great moments that I thought.
It was still cartoony in the end. It was still really silly.
It was
super predictable. It's just sweet, cute. Like I love Kiki Palmer is so charming.
She's so
SZA,
good.
Is that SZA's first time acting?
I researched it after the episode that we were talking, and I was like, I think it is. It's her first time, and she was incredible. Her chemistry was fantastic.
She was so funny. She felt like it felt weird at the first couple scenes, and then after a while, like she felt like she kind of settled and like comfortable with it.
I love the when she's donating blood.
Oh my god, my friend couldn't watch. She had to look away. She was like,
"What's happening?"
Oh, the plasma. The plasma.
Yeah. All of a sudden, she looks back and everybody's covered in blood, and she's like, "What? Oh my god!"
It's so silly and goofy, but man, I thought Cat Williams was great in it too. Cat Williams was great. Good movie.
Yeah, good movie. It's fun. Definitely
really
recommend
it for sure.
So,
it's on Netflix. Definitely check it out. So Jason is the newest member of our club, our Sinners Club.
Yes,
he's finally seen Sinners.
Please share.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Sinner.
What's that?
I'm an official sinner now.
You're an official sinner now. I do have to ask. So, do you watch it at home? Which is fine. I'm not going to judge. I only saw it 3 times in theaters. Whatever.
I know. I saw it 3 times in theaters too.
Give it to us. Give it to us straight, man. How was Sinners?
Good different take on a vampire movie, you know, like and I thought with the whole when they would sing, I thought that was creepy as shit, you know, like when they wanted to be in classic you got to invite them in. You don't really see that in vampire movies nowadays. Like that's the rule.
They didn't reinvent the wheel. Like all the rules are still like it's basic. It's vampire lore that we all know, and
it was funny. Like they
very
had
traditional
moments when the girl's telling that the big guy, the one from 8 Mile, It looks like a young Forrest Whitaker. She's
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Your
yeah,
fat
yeah,
ass has
Yeah.
walked in that door plenty of times. How are you going to ask to be invited in?"
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Cornbread was so good. So
Cornbread.
everybody was
My
fantastic.
favorite was Slim. That's
Yeah,
Delroy Lindo.
Del
That's bona
Sleep.
fide from Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, leader of the PGA.
Yeah.
Good movie though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's 3 times in theaters. It's always fun. That's a fun movie to watch with people for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Every time, and just hearing like the gasps in the theater
I
of
love
like
it.
And
different.
the score on that was good.
Oh,
Like the
oh,
music
Oh,
was.
everything about that movie is perfect. Like
yeah.
you can't like if honestly I do believe that it has a big like it's going to be nominated for everything. Like I
It
can
better
feel
be.
it's going
Jeez,
to
yeah.
be. Like there's no if it is not at least nominated for everything. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to win, but it it just it's a perfect film. It's the craft of it, the music, everything from the music to the cinematography to the acting to it, just every single ounce of that film, everything that's on screen is just so like labored on and 100%. It's that what do they call it, Mazen scene, you know, when everything just kind of clicks together. It's just absolute, just blows my mind that movies like this exist. Like that's how good I thought it was. Like it's like movies like this are why movies are made, because you know these kind of really to tell really great stories
Yeah.
and do it on a level that isn't just kind of like we're just going to make this real quick and get it out there. Like you take your time with it, you breathe it, you live it. It's like your story, like and it's a completely lived in world that I mean, and Christian, me and you have talked about this before, where it almost feels like it almost feels like the Avengers in a way, with all these characters that we've never met before. It's like the Avengers of something that like Ryan Coogler just created in this film. Like it's
He
crazy.
does such a perfect job of introducing these characters, and like you do feel like, yeah, exactly, like I've had whole movies with these people, but he does it in like a 45-minute span. You know, half of the movie is really like a big setup, and then it's like we cut to like now the night, you know, and like, but man, like all of them just are so well realized, even down to like Bo and Mary, like, you know,
Mhm.
Cornbread, obviously, like even though we meet him at like that's like a lot later than other people, like you said, Delta Slim is such a memorable character. You know, Sammy's performance is fantastic. Geraldine, like the whole cast.
He
Annie,
never put that guitar down. He never put
yeah,
that thing down.
No,
I know, yeah, beautiful.
it's just
It's yeah.
I
It's a
like her
yeah.
powerful
take.
movie, and yeah, you're right. The music, man, it's just like even down to the pick pull Robin clean, like
Mhm.
like those little every little song is like so powerful, and like yeah, when they put the body out and they're like, wait, you hear that? They're playing music, and it's like you can see like the crowd of people in the like distance, like dancing in
Yeah.
circles, and you're like, oh god, dude, it's so epic, such
That
an
You
was
know,
epic.
I
Yeah.
no, I've been listening to that soundtrack ever since it like I saw the movie. Like it's still like an obsession, right? Like the soundtrack and the score are just so beautiful. But it's like I'm still kind of like because you know I had my favorite songs, but like the more and more I listen to the ones that are kind of outside of my favorite songs, like those ones are becoming my favorite songs now, where the other ones are kind of like Will You Go Lassie Go? Like
Yes,
I
dude,
feel like
so
listening to
beautiful.
that, like listening to the full thing on the soundtrack is just absolutely gorgeous. Like it's one of the, in my honestly, like I've loved like, you know, Lie to You and all these things, but like that song just really has hit me lately, where it's like just a pitch perfect song. Every song is perfect in this
Their
movie, but
harmonies are so gorgeous.
so
Like,
good. Like
yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful song.
yeah, I already got my 4K. It comes out to 4K on June 8th, I believe, or July. Sorry, July 8th. Or already, you know,
Right around the corner,
pre-ordered it.
man.
Yeah, so that's going to be here soon, or not soon, but you know what I mean.
Hey,
So
that
yeah, I'm
vampire
excited.
saved him though. That head vampire. He told them those clansmen were going to come and kill you. So he
Yeah,
was all ready for them at the end. I was like, yes.
yeah,
Yeah, such a nuanced take. Like Remick is such a nuanced villain, and I think that's one of the things that one of the many things that Ryan Coogler is so amazing at is like his like really memorable villains that he creates in his movies. From obviously, from Black Panther,
like
One Hand
Killmonger, like
to Killmonger, even like Namor, and then now obviously oh my god, Remick. I was gonna say Nemec. I'm like thinking Andor names getting all mixed up. So I right now for me, Sinners is a clear winner for movie of the year. I haven't seen everything, obviously.
It's gonna be so hard to top it, man.
At least for me, yeah, definitely.
I'm the same way.
It's as far as like my favorite entertainment of the year, it's still up there. I would still put Sinners at the top or right under. That is going to be Andor for me because God damn it, I loved Andor. So, but yeah, like, Killer of Killers too, man. Oh, it's been pretty fun so far.
Yeah, no, Sinners is up there for me. Like it's gonna be hard to knock down.
Yeah,
this year, for sure. Well, cool. Well, yeah, that's our show, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Like I said, this is the season finale, so we will see you guys. What's up?
Are you guys going to shell out? Was it $79.99 for that Galactus head popcorn bucket?
God, I gotta see it in person, dude. I heard it's like 18 inches.
I know. Once you see the actual thing, because I'm like, that seems steep, but if this thing's like half the size of me, then maybe.
I'm like, it could make a cool display case for my action figures.
Well, it could be the actual size scale to the action figure.
Yeah, it would just be like a gigantic head. So that could be really cool. I don't know. $80 is steep. So I have not gotten my Fantastic Four tickets. I got my Superman tickets. I got my F1 tickets. But I have not gotten my Fantastic Four tickets yet. So
I think my brother scored us some Superman, but I think that's it right now.
Yeah. We're gonna get our Superman tickets soon. F1's coming up. We're gonna go see that in IMAX. So
I still want to see that ballerina. Like I'm curious to see.
I've heard okay things about it.
Like, the soundtrack is pretty good. That song with Halsey and that other chick.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. But yeah, I've heard decent things about it. I wasn't meaning to check it out. I've just been really busy, like the past few weeks. So, I might. I don't know. This week, maybe tonight. Shit, I don't know.
No, I was actually we were gonna watch it the weekend it came out, but instead I watched Sinners again, and we watched Dogma because they re-released Dogma in theaters.
That's right. It came to theaters.
Yeah, so it was like, I'll watch Ballerina some other time.
Well, Jaws is this week, right?
Jaws is this week, yeah.
I'd like to go to one of those places where I know they have them, like you go down towards the beach where you actually watch it as you're floating in the water, like on a little donut or something.
Yeah.
No, those are fun, man. Those I've been to at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. They have movies in the cemetery, and they project it on the side of a wall. I saw the original Suspiria that way.
That's cool.
It's so cool. Like,
did you see a ghost?
No, not at Hollywood Cemetery. Could you imagine which kind of ghost you would see? You'd see like an old like Hollywood exec walking around or something,
right?
Go there at like midnight, see what you see.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was way too crowded. So if I saw a ghost, I probably thought it was a normal person. So
like, hey, that guy looks kind of see-through.
I know, and just enjoying the movie. But they do like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. They do like a lot of fun movies too. So.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Very cool. Well, yeah, check out the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to go watch a movie. Definitely, if you guys are in the area. I always wanted to do that, but I never got the opportunity to. So hopefully, one of these years, I might be able to do that.
I had a friend went there. He just photographed a bunch of graves.
Yeah, I mean, we've been there before. I've been to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, but we didn't check out a movie or anything. The cemetery is beautiful.
It is. It's a classic sense of like headstones and
it's gorgeous.
Monuments.
Absolutely, that's what I did too. We just took a bunch of pictures, but yeah. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for checking out the show. Hope you all had a good weekend. Just want to say, listen, we're kind of in rough times right now. You all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, use your voice, be loud about what you believe in. Go out there and I don't want to get political here, which we're not going to. But just be careful out there.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Whatever is going on out there.
And you know what? Happy not birthday to some.
Happy, merry birthday. Hey, that's not,
I hope. Listen. I think. Man, I hope everyone who's watching this or listening to this, your birthday is 10 times better than what we witnessed this past weekend.
Shout out to my friend Stella. Stella, it's been a long time. I barely talk to you anymore. She actually lives out in Portland. She's the co-owner of her and her husband run Gallery Nucleus out there.
Wow.
She also shares a birthday with that orange son of a bitch. So
wow.
Her birthday was on the 14th.
Happy
and
birthday.
She went and exercised her First Amendment rights with you guys out there. So
cool. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. Very cool.
So, happy birthday, Stella.
Yeah.
Happy belated.
Happy late birthday.
Happy belated birthday. Well, anyways, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff really, really helps us out a lot. We will, like I said, we'll be back occasionally throughout the summer. It won't be live, but we'll do recorded podcasts and stuff to get out there when movies and stuff like that come out.
Superman, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it'll be fun. Anyways, thank you all for checking it out. Christian, where can they find you online?
Christian Nacorda, Instagram, whatever. Come find me. Let's draw.
Absolutely. You can find me, Kevin Hoskinson, Kevin_Hoskinson on all the socials as well. PastramiNation.com, Pastrami Nation on all those, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, all that fun stuff. And Jason, you're kind of online, but you're not.
Hearing them there.
But is that a real human skull?
I use this in my lectures in my head drawing class, and I talk about this, and I go through this long story about how I was young when my grandfather passed away, and I wasn't able to procure his remains. But then when 2018, I got together with my family. I do this long thing, and then I'm just kidding about this online, and then just to see my students oh, Jesus Christ.
I was going to say, Christian, you're supposed to leave those at Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
That's a hockey player's skull. He's missing all those teeth.
Yeah, he's missing these chompers right here.
That's pretty cool, though.
This is it's a casting from an actual human being, but it's not real. It's a casting.
That's cool. Awesome. Well, there you have it, guys. Christian likes to...
I've got plenty other skulls. There's more back there. You can see right there.
I see where this is headed.
Yeah, one of them are real. I'm just kidding.
Oh, cool! You should post them all up, and we can guess the.
Yeah. I stole it from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's cool.
The original.
Thank you guys do that, Disney. So.
Thank you guys for checking out the show. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you guys at the end of summer. Be safe out there. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. It's gonna get hot. It's already getting hot. So be safe out there. We will see you all next time. Have a good. Yep. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.